I'm Julie Bartke with Session Update. Earlier today, lawmakers learned they will have to resolve a deficit of $627 million in the 2014-2015 fiscal cycle. That projection last November was $1.1 billion. Now the governor intends to release his modified budget proposal in about 10 days, and committees will soon have their budget targets. But right now, we'd like to show you some of the news conferences from earlier today.
Today's new budget forecast for the next 2 years is very good news for Minnesota. The projected deficit has been lowered by $463 million. That's a 42% reduction from what was predicted just 3 months ago. By comparison, the $627 million deficit now projected for the next biennium is about 1/10 of the $6.1 billion deficit projected for the next biennium when I took office in January 2011. So I'm planning to release my revised budget proposal during the week of March 11th. I expect to propose that most of the money be returned to Minnesota taxpayers in additional tax reductions. An upfront exemption from sales taxes on capital investments by businesses will encourage new construction projects and other business investments, which will continue our job growth. I also want to increase the renter's tax credit to treat Minnesota's renters fairly with homeowners, to whom I'm proposing to provide a $500 property tax rebate.
Minnesota's economy hit bottom in GDP in June of 2009. So we are over 3.5 years into this economic recovery, and it's very incremental. So it seems like the governor's message of continuing down the path, if we're going to continue down the path and provide for the things that I think most Minnesotans think are important, the investments that are important, we're going to continue down the road of doing significant tax reform to try and improve the stability of Minnesota's economy.
This is really an opportunity for us to look forward for the first time in a long time. There are investments we need to make. We don't need to just deal with the problem immediately in front of our noses right now. We can look 5 and 10 years out and start making the kind of investments that we need to make in the state of Minnesota to position ourselves.
You know, we're obviously very happy with the news today. It shows that the policies that we put in place over the last couple of years have worked, that the economy in Minnesota is recovering, and that Minnesota is headed in the right direction.
What I hope is that they can set ideology aside and look and say, you know what, this worked. We restrained government spending, we didn't raise taxes, we've tried to roll back some regulations to make Minnesota a better place to do business, and by the way, we still have a lot of work to do there. And we are now reaping the benefits of that. And Speaker Thiessen referred to the need for structural changes so that we don't have budget deficits into the future. Well, I would point out that we are projected to have a surplus out into 2016-17. So the fact is that this is a great day for Minnesota, and it's a great day for those of us who believe that if you leave the economy in the hands of the people, rather than running it from St. Paul, you'll have families doing better, you'll have workers doing better, you'll have businessmen and women doing better, and you'll be able to fund all of the things that we need from government without reaching into people's pockets.
Again, the governor intends to release his modified budget plan on March 11th.